What's up, everyone? Welcome to Step 1 Finance. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, if you could do that, 3 videos this week. So hitting that notification bell is going to let you know when I post videos. If you're new to the channel, I post Monday, Thursday, but sometimes in between those days. Leave comments and gently tap the like button, and I appreciate all the support. This week has been by far, probably my favorite week. All 3 videos this week were inspired by viewers. This is something that I've been looking forward to. Guys, it gives me chills. I like to interact with people. Monday's video right here, that was inspired by my sister, so I thank her for that. Yesterday's video was supposed to come out today, but when I received another email, I pushed that one up. So yesterday's video was inspired by an email from a viewer, and today's video was also inspired from an email from a viewer. That's right, guys, I got my second email. I'm not going to dance, but I'm pretty excited about it, guys. Please keep the interaction coming. Step1finance@aol.com. So the email I got yesterday was very short and sweet. It said, I pretty much already know your answer to this, but what do you think about We Finance Anyone car dealership? So let's get into that. So first and foremost, whenever you're going to those places, guys, you're considered a high risk. When you're coming in and you're looking for financing with those places, you're walking in as a super high risk. Pretty much your credit score shot, and they are basically going to go off your income. The way that works is that these cars that they're in their lot, they either got them from people selling them their cars, or they got them from the auction, and they are marked up probably 2 to 3 times the price of what they're really worth. Very overpriced cars because of the high risk that they're going to be dealing with. I would highly suggest staying away from these lots unless you are coming with cash. I'm not saying all their cars are junk. They're probably lower ended cars that are probably, a lot of them are unreliable. Say really do your homework if you're going to buy, one of these cars in their lots with cash. And when you are financing with these places, guys, you are still going to be required to pay a large down payment in your standards. Okay, so $2,000 to $3,000, if not more, depending on the price of the car you're looking for. But usually in these lots, your cars typically are around that $10,000 to $12,000 to $15,000 range. So you're going to have to come with $2,000 to $3,000 down. Because of, once again, you're a high risk. So you're going to need a large down payment. And another downfall that comes with financing with these places is very, very, very high interest rates. You are going to be paying an enormous amount of interest on these cars whenever you finance them through these lots. Anywhere between 15 to 25%, guys. Extraordinary amount. I talked in my one video that I paid a subprime car loan before. Guys, I've been there. I'm not, I live this, all right? I paid 27% on a car before, okay? I look at it now like, holy crap, what the heck were you thinking? But I get it, guys. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, but being where I'm at now, I'm just gonna highly suggest you do not finance through one of these places. So besides that high interest rate, you're also going to probably have, a lot of these places do bi-weekly payments because they want their payments more than often, okay? They want payments coming in so they can try to recoup their money back as quick as possible because, once again, you're a high risk. And there's another thing that comes with these cars. If you wreck, the gap in between what that car is worth and what you're paying for that car is going to be an enormous amount. So let's say you paid a $15,000 car. Let's say you paid $15,000 for one of their cars in their lots and you financed that. Let's say you put $4,000 down, okay? So you financed $11,000. Well, that car is probably only worth $5,000, $4,000 by book value. So when you go to wreck your car, the insurance company is going to go out and evaluate that car, and they're going to see what the actual value of that car is. Well, if it's only $4,000 or $5,000 and you owe $11,000, well, guess who's coming up with the $6,000, $7,000? You. And you got to come up with it quick. Usually they give you about 15 days to pay those things. So now now you're in one heck of a dilemma, trying to come up with $6,000, $7,000 cash to pay for a car that you don't have anymore. And if you start missing payments on these cars, who do you think's getting the car, guys? That dealership is getting that car back. A lot of these places, you're signing away where if you don't make payments on there, it's going back to them. Just a lot of risk whenever you're financing through these places, guys. So my opinion, what should you do because you're in a bind? I would save my money. Whatever you're doing for means of transportation right now, whether it's Uber, you're taking a bus, whatever, I would suck it up for the next year or so. I would follow my videos that I put out because if you're in that situation, then you're really in a bind. And guys, I don't care what your income is, you could always start some type of get out of debt journey. And, and watching my 4 series of videos is going to help you do that. Start putting the legwork in, guys. It stinks, but you got to work extra hard to get yourself out of the situation that you're in. So whether that means picking up a second job really close by to your apartment where you live or your house, or downsizing stuff, selling stuff, desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? Well, how about try selling stuff in your house that you probably splurged on years ago that you don't need anymore? All right, the diamond earrings, the gold chain and that, go turn them in and start doing whatever you can do to save up and get that first car for $3,000 to $5,000. And go for a reliable name. Toyota, Honda. I paid $1,750 for a Ford before. I can't remember the name of the car, but it was a 95. It was a one-owner car, and a dealership got it on a trade-in. I know the person that worked at the dealership, and I got that car for like $1,750. It lasted me 3.5 years. All what I put on it was brakes, rotors, and tires. 3.5 years, guys. So that might be one of the few like that, but they're out there. So I would go with like Honda, Toyota. Who cares if it has 150,000 miles on it and it has rust on the fenders? You're buying a car to get you from your house to work and getting yourself out of the bind that you're in. And the last thing I want to say, unless, like I said, with me, I knew someone at the dealership, so, I have a little bit more trust in him than I would, any other dealership. Well, a lot more trust. But buy from a person, if you're coming with $3,000 to $5,000 cash, remember, just as much as you want to buy a car, there's people out there that want to sell a car so they can get some extra income in their house too. So there's going to be people, you're probably going to find some really good deals off of people off of Craigslist or, etc. It's places like that. Instead of going to a dealership, start looking online for cars that you could actually go and visit the person and talk to them. And more than likely, you're probably going to get a lot better deal off of a personal transaction than going to a dealership. So like I said, guys, great week this week. I love the interaction. I'm so excited about, that all 3 of these videos this week were inspired by viewers. I sincerely, I'm just so happy. I'm happy to have this interaction going. I'm right around 93, 94 subscribers. So once again, I'm going to ask you Facebook users, if you, I'm going to keep posting all my videos on Facebook, but if you can kindly come over, hit the subscribe button, and then go back over to Facebook and you can keep watching my videos over there. But just coming over and hitting that subscribe button is just going to help me, and I really appreciate it. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Thank you.